I died, choking on my own blood, the metallic tang flooding my mouth as the Humvee flipped end over end in the Afghan dust. Bullets whizzed like angry hornets. But it was the betrayal that killed me. The letter from home, crumpled in my pocket. My family's words slicing deeper than any shrapnel. Send the check.
Val.
We need it more than you need to come back whole. And then, nothing. Blackness. Until I gasped awake in my old twin bed, the faded American flag poster staring down like a ghost. My body whole and 19 again. The recruitment papers crisp on my nightstand. Holy shit. I'd been given a do-over. But this time, I wasn't playing hero for vultures who saw me as an ATM. My name's Valerie Kane. And if you think war stories start with glory, you're dead wrong. They start with desperation. The kind that gnaws at your bones in a Rust Belt town like Milford, Ohio, where factories shuttered faster than dreams. Back then, in 2018, I was the good daughter, the one who fixed the leaky roof with duct tape and swallowed her pride to keep the lights on.
Mom.
Diane chain-smoked her way through shifts at the diner, her eyes hollow from Dad's endless business ventures that always ended in bar tabs.
Dad.
Rick was a mechanic by trade, a drunk by choice, peddling bootleg car parts to keep the wolves from the door. And my little brother, Tyler, 15 and already a ghost in his own skin, skipping school for whatever pills he could score from the corner dealers. They weren't monsters. Not at first glance. Just survivors in a system that chewed up the working class and spat out husks. But I was their ladder out. Or so they thought. High school graduation came and went with a Walmart cake and a pat on the back. You're our ticket, Val. Dad slurred one night over lukewarm spaghetti. Our meal pay for college. Benefits. The works. Don't blow it. I nodded. Because what else could I do? Community college was a joke. Tuition hikes had turned it into a luxury, and the mill jobs were myths. Enlistment seemed noble, a way to escape the cycle. Little did I know, it was the noose they tied around my neck. That first morning back, alive, my heart hammering like I'd run a marathon, I bolted upright, sheets tangled around legs that worked. No phantom pains shooting through my spine. The wheelchair was a memory. The VA hospital, a nightmare I'd clawed out of. My hands flew to my face, feeling smooth skin. No scars from the IED that stole my mobility. Fuck, I whispered, the word tasting like freedom and fire. The clock read 7:14 a.m., June 15th. 2018. 3 days before I'd sign those papers at the recruiter's office. 3 days to rewrite the script. I stumbled to the mirror, staring at the girl I used to be, lean from track team days. Brown hair in a messy ponytail. Eyes too old for 19. But those eyes? They burned now, fueled by the hell I'd glimpsed. I remembered it all. The deployment to Kandahar, the dust-choked patrols, the way brotherhood turned to brotherhood in arms until it snapped under weight. And homecoming, wheeled into the living room like a trophy, medals pinned to my chest, VA check clutched in Dad's fist before I could blink. How much disability you pulling? Kiddo, he'd asked. Not how are you? Mom hovered with a smile that didn't reach. Tallying mental math for Tyler's treatment. Tyler? He just stared at his phone. Thumbs flying. Already plotting his next fix with my blood money.
No.
Not this time. I ripped the recruitment packet in half. The sound like tearing flesh. And shoved the pieces into the trash. Downstairs. The coffee pot gurgled, same old routine. Mom, at the stove, flipping eggs with mechanical precision. Dad nursing a hangover at the table. Newspaper folded to the want ads. Tyler slouched in, hoodie up, avoiding my gaze. Morning, Val, Mom said, plating food like it was armor. Big day coming up.
Huh.
Recruiter called yesterday, said you're top material. I slid into my chair, fork scraping porcelain. Not anymore. 3 heads snapped up, forks frozen midair. Dad's brow furrowed. That calculating squint I knew too well. What the hell you mean? Not anymore? I tore it up. The words hung, simple as a grenade pin pulled. Mom's hand trembled, egg yolks spilling yellow across the linoleum. Tyler smirked, like it was a joke on him. You what? Dad's voice rose, veins bulging in his neck. After all I did to get you straight A's. Sports scholarships that went nowhere? This is your out. Valerie, benefits, steady pay. For you, I cut in, voice steady as rebar. It's always been for you. The enlistment bonus? You'd have it cashed before I shipped out. Disability? You'd fight the VA for every cent while I rotted in rehab. Silence crashed like a dropped plate. Mom's eyes welled, crocodile tears I'd seen 1,000 times. Baby, that's not fair. We're family. We need. I laughed, bitter as black coffee. You needed me to be the mule, hauling your debts on my back. Tyler's rehab bills from that OD last year, Dad's investments in that scam barrage, Mom's gambling slips from the casino runs. I know. Okay? I know. Tyler's chair scraped back, face twisting. Screw you.
Val.
Like you ever cared. You're just pissed 'cause you're chicken. Dad slammed his fist, the table rattling. Watch your mouth.
Boy. Val.
This ain't the time for hysterics.
Sit down.
We're talking this out. But I was already standing, walking, whole, and heading for the door. No more talks. I'm done being your fix. The screen door slammed behind me, Milford's humid air slapping my face like a wake-up call. Heart pounding, I hit the sidewalk, sneakers pounding pavement toward the bus stop. First stop, the library. In my old life, I'd burned bridges too late. After the blast, after the checks cleared. This time, I'd mapped the minefield. The library smelled of old books and desperation. Fluorescent hummed the soundtrack to Broken Dreams. I commandeered a computer, fingers flying over keys I'd forgotten how to use without trembling. Bank records, hacked via a public terminal and a forgotten password. Dad's birthday. Predictable as sin. There it was, the web of lies. Mom's casino tabs. $12,000 deep. Dad's loans from shady lenders. Interest compounding like cancer.
Tyler's dealer contact.
Traced through dumbass social media posts. And me, the golden goose. Enlistment as their escape hatch. But there was more. A folder buried in Dad's email, family trust, outlining how they'd push for guardianship if I came back, incapacitated. Power of attorney. Asset seizure. They'd planned it, down to the lawyer's fees. Rage boiled, hot and holy, but I swallowed it. Revenge wasn't a sprint, it was a siege. By noon, I'd printed it all, stuffing copies into my backpack. Next, Aunt Lena's, the one relative who hadn't drunk the Kool-Aid. She lived across town in a tidy bungalow, the kind of place that screamed made it. Lena was Mom's sister, a nurse who'd clawed her way to stability without shortcuts. In my past life, she'd visited once in the hospital, holding my hand while the family bickered over bills. They're poison, Val, she'd whispered.
Cuce in luce. Now.
I banged on her door, sweat-streaked and wild-eyed. She answered in scrubs, coffee mug in hand, surprise melting to concern. Valerie, what's? I need a place to crash. And advice. Real advice. She pulled me inside. No questions, just a fierce hug that cracked something in my chest. Over weak tea, I spilled, not the impossible truth of dying and returning, but the rest. The enlistment dodge, the financial rot, the way they saw me as collateral. Lena listened, lips thinning to a line. Knew it was bad, but not this. You bail on the army, they'll turn on you fast. Got a plan? Working on it. I slid the printouts across the table. Her eyes scanned, widening at the guardianship plot.
Jesus.
Rick. They're vultures. She tapped a nail on the page. First, change your locks, metaphorically. Bank accounts in your name only. File for emancipation if you have to. You're 19. Courts might bite. Then, expose them. Quietly. Build a case. Emancipation. The word tasted like power. By evening, we drafted emails to a pro bono lawyer from the VFW, ironic, using vet resources without enlisting. Lena fronted bus fare to the courthouse tomorrow. For the first time since waking, I breathed easy. But night fell heavy, insomnia clawing. In the guest room, posters of national parks mocked my stasis. What if I couldn't pull this off? What if they dragged me back? Guilt-tripping until I re-enlisted anyway?
No. I'd seen the endgame. Me.
Paralyzed and penniless. Them fat on my suffering. Tyler overdosing on the last check. Mom hitting slots. Dad vanishing with a trailer full of my stuff. I died alone, cursing their names. Dawn broke with a burner phone buzzing, Lena's spare. A text from an unknown. We need to talk.
Now. T.
Tyler. How'd he get this number? I met him at the park. Swings creaking empty under overcast skies. He looked smaller without the hoodie armor. Eyes red-rimmed. You think you're hot shit. Running off, he spat. Kicking gravel. Mom's crying all night. Dad's talking lawyers. Good for them. I crossed arms, channeling the sergeant I'd never be. What's your angle?
D.
More money for blow. He flinched, then lunged, fist balled, but I sidestepped, grabbing his wrist mid-swing.
Easy.
I'm not the enemy. Then who is? His voice cracked, voice slipping through the junky facade. You bail. We're sunk. House forecloses next month.
I
didn't mean
lies.
Or half-truths. In my old life, he'd sobbed at my funeral, but it was grief for the cash cow, not the sister. Save it. I know about the dealer. The pics you sent him of my recruitment bonus check.
Blackmail?
Real classy. His face drained white. How? Doesn't matter. Walk away.
D.
Get clean on your own dime. Or don't. But touch me again, and I'll bury you with the rest. I left him there, shoulders slumped, the first crack in their wall. Small victory,
But it fueled me.
back at Lena's. The lawyer called, case solid for financial separation.
No enlistment.
No benefits, but no chains either. Weeks blurred into a grind. I waitressed at the diner, irony thick as grease, pocketing tips for a studio apartment deposit.
Nights.
I audited their empire of deceit. Dad's side hustle selling stolen catalytic converters. Mom's poker nights funneling cash to bookies. Tyler? He spiraled, caught boosting a car. Juvenile lockup his new address. They blamed me. Of course, voicemails like venom. Come home. Fix this. You're killing us. But I was alive. Really alive. Dates with a barista named Jax. Coffee turning to laughs. His easy grin, a balm on war wounds I'd never earn. Community college apps. Nursing track like Lena. A life. Pieced together without bayonets. Yet doubt gnawed. Was this revenge? Or just survival? The real payback simmered, waiting for the spark. 2 months in, the axe fell. Dad's business imploded, a raid on the garage. Feds hauling crates of hot parts under RICO suspicions. The news hit local paper. Milford mechanic busted in chop shop ring. I read it at the diner.
Syrup sticky fin j'ai posé mid pour.
There he was. Mugshot glare familiar as Sunday roasts. Bail set at $50K. Mom called that night. Voice frayed wire. Valerie, honey, your father's in trouble. We need help. Just this once. I cradled the phone against my shoulder, wiping counters. How much? A pause. Then a flood. Details tumbling lawyers. Bonds. Temporary loans. The number landed at $20K. My savings gutted. For family, she wheedled. You owe us for raising you right. Raising me right? To be their scapegoat? Laughter bubbled.
Sharp. No.
Valerie Kane. Don't you dare. I hung up, blocking the number. But sleep evaded. Ghosts of what-if circling. In my old timeline, I'd wired money from base, enlisting deeper to cover their asses. It bought loyalty that shattered on deployment. This time, silence was my weapon. Word spread like flu in Milford. Whispers at the diner. Kane girl's gone rogue. Left her own blood high and dry. Jax noticed. Over closing shift burgers. Rough call, he asked.
Ketchup on his chin.
Worse than rough. Family's a black hole. I poked at fries. Vulnerability slipping. Sucked me dry once. Won't again. He nodded. No pity, just understanding. Mine's the same. Dad split when I was 10. Mom chased bottle over books. You do what saves you.
Vol.
Screw the rest. His words stuck. A mantra for the storm brewing. Next day. Anonymous tip to the prosecutor's office. Dad's ledger. Digitized from pilfered garage files. Small fish in a pond of sharks. But enough to sink his plea deal. Vindication tasted like cheap coffee. Bittersweet. Mom escalated. Showing at the diner unannounced. Makeup caked over hollows. Coat threadbare. Please.
Vol.
Tyler's out. Spiraling. He's your brother. Tyler. The wild card. Lockup had hardened him. Or so the rumors went. Tats fresh under sleeves. Eyes darting like corner rats. What did he do now? Nothing. Just. Needs stability. Her hands wrung. Rings glinting false. $5,000. For a program. I'll pay back. Lies layered thick. I knew the program. Code for bailing his dealer debts. Doors that way. Mom. She lingered, voice dropping to hiss. Ungrateful bitch. We gave you everything, roof, food, chances. This is how you repay.
Chance?
I leaned in, breath mint over grease. You mean the beatings when Dad raged? The nights you locked Tyler in his room to toughen him?
Yeah.
Real hallmark. Her slap echoed, palm stinging cheek.
Diners frosa.
Forks hovering. I held her gaze, unblinking. Touch me again. And it's assault charges.
Get out.
She fled, bell jingling like accusation. Bruise bloomed purple, but power surged. Jax iced it later. In his truck cab, stars pricking Ohio sky. You're a force, Kane. Or a fool, I murmured. His kiss tentative, then fierce. For a night, revenge faded to reckless hope. But family doesn't fade easy. Tyler cornered me post-shift. Alley shadows pooling under dumpsters. Rain-slicked pavement, his frame wiry threat. You ratted Dad. Guilty.
No denial.
Rain drummed, masking heart's thunder. He stepped close, breath sour. He'll do time cause of you. Mom's popping pills. We're done, your fault. Own it.
T.
Your choices. Not mine. But doubt flickered his eyes. Mirrors of my younger self.
Lost.
He swung wild, fist grazing jaw. I countered, knee to gut. Years of self-defense classes paying off. He wheezed.
Doubling.
Monster, he gasped. Survival, I corrected, walking away. Sirens wailed distant, cops. Or conscience. Lena patched the split lip. Too tang. They're unraveling. Good. But watch your back. Kane's fight dirty. She wasn't wrong. Bail hearing loomed. Dad out on bond. Venomous. A package arrived at my studio. Manila envelope. No return. Inside. Photos me and Jax. Time-stamped from last week. Stalker grain. Angles wrong. Note scrawled. Drop the case. Or he pays. Family first. Ice vein my spine. They'd cross to threats. Jax? Innocent collateral. I burned the pics in the sink. Flames licking lies. Then called the cops. Restraining order filed by dawn. Evidence logged. Dad's arraignment was circus. Courthouse steps mobbed by reporters. Milford's 15 minutes. I watched from afar. Hoodie up. As he shuffled in cuffs. Mom clinging arm. No comment, she barked at Mike's. Eyes scanning for me. Inside. The judge droned. Charges piled. Theft. Conspiracy. Tax evasion. Plea? Not guilty. Of course. Bail revoked on flight risk. Dad's glare swept the gallery, landing on me in the back row. Recognition flared.
Atred pure.
Post-hearing. Chaos. Reporters swarming. Mom shoving through. She spotted me, lunging. You did this, Judas. Bailiff peeled her off. But words landed. He raised you. And you. Raised a meal ticket. I shot back. Voice carrying. Mike's caught it. Headlines brewing. Family feud fuels chop shop bust. Viral by evening. Local news looping my quip. Painting me villain or vigilante. Texts flooded. Monster. Hero. Jax, you okay? Changing locks. I replied. Half joke. But sleep? Fractured by what-ifs. Was I breaking them to build myself? Or just trading one hell for another. Tyler's next move came sly. Facebook message from a burner. Meet me. One last chance.
Park.
Midnight. Trap reeked. But curiosity, guilt, pulled. I went armed. Pepper spray. Phone recording. Park benches gleamed wet under sodium lamps. Fog rolling off river. He waited. Not alone. Two shadows flanked his friends, low-level dealers with neck tats and switchblades. Val, he said, voice oily. Heard you like playing cop. Cut the crap. What? Back off, Dad. Or Jax gets a midnight visit. One thug smirked. Blade flipping casual. Rage ignited.
Pure kerosene.
I hit record. Voice steady. Threatening me? On tape?
Dumb. T.
He faltered. But the big one lunged, grabbed for the phone. I sprayed. Acrid cloud blooming.
Coughs.
Curses, I bolted. Legs pumping to streetlights. Car horn blared, Jax. Circling like promised. Scoop and peel out. Heart jackhammer. Station by 1 a.m. Statements. Lineup. Tyler nabbed by dawn. Accomplices spilling for deals. Charges stacked. Extortion. Assault. Mom's wail echoed in my dreams. With Dad jailed. Mom cracked. Foreclosure notice taped to her door, our old house. Red stamped eviction. She called from a shelter payphone. Voice hollow.
Val.
It's over. Come see. Pity ward with prudence. Lena advised against. But blood's a stubborn stain. I went. Soup kitchen stink clinging. She sat hunched. Soup untouched. Eyes sunken. Why? She whispered as I slid in opposite. We loved you. Love. I echoed.
Soft.
You used me. Plan to warehouse me post-injury. Siphon benefits. I saw the emails. She deflated. Spoon clinking. Desperate times. Rick's schemes. Snowballed. Tyler's troubles. You were strong, our way out. Out of your mess. The silence stretched.
Raw.
What now? Nothing. Alone. Tear tracked grime. Hate me?
Complicated.
Pity? Mostly. Get help.
Mom.
Real help. Not me. I left cash, $50. Anonymous envelope. Not absolution. Just a thread. Jax waited outside. Hand warm on mine. You're steel, Val. Or rusting, I murmured. But his kiss said otherwise. Months ticked. Seasons shifting. Dad plea bargained down 5 years. Minimum. Tyler juvie to county. Forced rehab. Mom, scattered jobs. AA meetings per court order. Milford moved on. Scandal fodder for bar talk.
Me.
Thriving.
Tentative.
College started, nights classes, days shifts. Jax and I deepened. Weekends hiking Hocking Hills. Leaves crunching underfoot like shed skin. Normalcy. Fragile gift. But revenge? Incomplete. A loose end nagged. The trust fund. Dad's masterstroke. Buried in offshore accounts. Skimmed from his hustles. My cut? Non-existent. But proof lingered. Hard drive seized. Whispers of audits. I hired a PI on tips saved. Cheap but thorough. Report landed. $80,000 hidden. Laundered through fake LLCs. Mom knew. Sign the docs. Confrontation brewed. Inevitable as rust. I drove to the shelter. Resolve iron. She looked up from bunk.
Surprise flickering.
Sign this. Papers thrust claim to the fund. Her name scrubbed. What's your cut? Seized clean. Start over. Eyes widened, then narrowed. Trap.
Choice.
I stood.
Take it.
Or rot.
She signed.
Hand shaking. Why? Closure.
Lie.
Truth. To end the cycle. Starve the beast. Driving home. Radio crackled storm warnings. Thunder rumbled. Mirroring chest. Jax texted, movie?
Popcorn's on me. Yes.
Simple word. Heavy with future. But as rain lashed windshield,
A twist uncoiled in gut.
the PI's footnote. Another beneficiary. Not family. A half-sibling. Dad's secret from 90s fling. Lurking in shadows. Watching. The game? Far from over. Winter bit hard that year. Ohio frost painting windows like accusations. The half-sib bombshell simmered. A grenade in my purse as I navigated finals and Jax's holiday cheer. PI's name, Harlan Crow. 28. Ex-Marine with Dad's jawline and a rap sheet for fraud in Cleveland. No contact yet but emails traced. He'd sniffed the bust. Angling for scraps. Why tell me now? I grilled the PI over diner coffee. Steam curling like secrets. Client's call. He shrugged. Salt and pepper stubble rasping. But he's circling. Hired his own bloodhound. Your name popped.
Great.
Another cane vulture. I paid up. Mind racing contingencies.
Confront.
Ignore? The old Val would have buried had knew me.
Built walls higher.
Christmas Eve. Jax's place glowed with string lights. Tree lopsided but earnest. His mom divorced. Warm. Hugged like family earned. Turkey carved. Stories swapped. For hours. Milford faded. Replaced by laughter real as breath. Then my burner buzzed, unknown. Harlan here. Coffee?
Neutral ground.
Tomorrow. Stomach nodded. Jax noticed. Thumb tracing knuckles. Ghosts.
Worse.
Extended family edition. I spilled, minus the death rebirth insanity. He listened. No flinch. Want backup. Need it. Kiss sealed deal. Boxing Day. We met at a Perkins off-I, 71. Booth sticky with syrup ghosts. Harlan slid in opposite. Broad as a door frame. Eyes sharp hazel, Dad's. Twisted mean. No hello, straight to brass. Valerie Kane. The prodigal. Cut the biblical crap. What do you want? He leaned. Cologne cloying. Fair shake. Pops stiff me. Left you the scraps. Now he's caged.
Botsa me.
Except. Finger tap table. That offshore nest egg. Should be split 3 ways. Jax tensed beside. Hand under table on knee anchor. Legal? Harlan smirked.
Was.
Till sis here torched Dad's empire. Glare pinned me. Heard the stories.
Cold bitch.
Leaving blood to drown. Rage flickered. Banked quick. Stories from who, Mum? Tyler's cell block fairy tales. Doesn't matter. I know your play. Ratted him out. Seized the fund. My cut? Gone. Voice dropped. Threat velvet. Fix it. Or Milford learns your dirt. Dirt, I echoed. Ice calm. Like what? Like dodging the draft for greed. Or that barista boyfriend, sweet gig. But who's funding? Vet benefits you never earned.
Bluff.
I'd enlisted in old life. This timeline. Clean slate. But Chill crawled. How deep his dig? Jack squeezed. Silent support. Empty threats, I said. Walk. He slid a photo across me.
Post-raid.
Slipping the anonymous tip envelope. Grainy, but damning. Careless.
Vol.
Drop the claim on the fund. Walk away clean. Stalemate. I pocketed the pic.
Standing.
Give me 24. Then we talk lawyers. Outside. Jax exhaled. Assholes fishing. Or hooked. We drove. Plotting. PI on speed dial, trace Harlan's moves. Turned out. He'd been Mom's shadow, visits masked as cousins, pumping for intel. She'd sold me out. Desperate for alliance. Betrayal layered fresh. But expected. New plan, flip the board. I filed counterclaim. Citing Harlan's priors, fraud voided inheritance. Lawyer gleamed, slam dunk. But Harlan didn't fold. New Year's Eve. Fireworks cracked as my studio window shattered. Brick through glass. Note tied. 24 hours up. Your move. Cops dusted.
No prints.
Jax insisted I crash at his. Tension thickened. Intimacy strained by shadows. This ends, he vowed. Arms iron.
It will.
Promise. To us both. January thawed slow. Court dates looming. Mom reached out, letter. Postmarked shelter. Harlan's trouble. Lied to him about you.
Sorry.
Too little. Venom laced. Burned it. Trial day dawned gray. Courthouse same as Dad's. Echoes mocking. Harlan suited up. Lawyer slick as oil. My side. Pro bono shark. Lena testifying character. Jax in gallery. Thumb up. Proceedings dragged. Depositions dredging Dad's sins. Harlan's sob story. Abandoned kid. Seeking justice. Jury ate it. Eyes soft. My turn. Cross-exam. Voice steel. You claim abandonment, Mr.
Crow.
Yet records show Dad paid child support till you were 10, cut off when you dropped out, joined gangs. Objection. Sustained. But seed planted. Then me. Why approach now? After the bust. Family, he sneered. Like you would know. I leaned.
Mika King Brett.
Family? I know vultures. You flew in for carrion. Gasps rippled. Judge banged. But damage done. Closing. My lawyer hammered. Harlan's fraud-tainted claim. Intent predatory. Verdict. Fund dissolved to state. Harlan barred.
Me, clean.
He stormed out. Glare promising hell. Outside. Jax hooped. Spin lift. You slayed. Tentative win. But elation soured quick. Phone buzz. Tyler released. Condition unknown. Rehab stuck. Or so report said. I visited prison release center. Caution tape heart. He waited in lobby. Gaunt but clear-eyed. Scrubs hanging. Val. No sneer, just hollow.
D.
Neutral ground. Thanks for nothing, he started. Then, deflated.
Nah.
For everything.
Rehab.
Worked. Seeing you fight? Mirror I hated. Shock rooted.
Your.
Clean. Day 47. Fidgeted. Wanna try? Coffee sometime? Wariness ward hope. Maybe. Prove it. He nodded. Leaving card, counselor contact. Small bridge. Or bait. Spring bloomed. Deceptive gentle. Jack's proposed road trip, Appalachians. Tent and stars. I packed light. Ghosts heavy. Mountains swallowed signals. Air pine sharp. Nights by fire. Story spilled, his abandonment scars. My unspoken war. One dawn. Ridgetop. He knelt, not ring, but question. Build this with me. Val? No running. Tears pricked, joy. Terror. Yes. Return brought reality, job offer. Nursing aid. Stepping to Lena's world. But Harlan lurked, sightings, tailing shifts. Final straw, slashed tires. Jax's truck. Enough. I confronted. His dive bar haunt. Neon buzzing last call. He nursed whiskey. Alone. Over. Harlan. He chuckled. Glass clinking. Sore loser. No games. Cops have your priors. The threats. Walk away. Eyes narrowed. Calculating. Or prison. Like dad. Paws stretched. Smoke thick. Blood's blood. Not yours. I turned. Door chiming exit. Silence followed, weeks of it. Then. Rumor, Harlan skipped town. Cleveland whispers fading. Summer heat peaked. My life greening. Tyler checked in, sporadic texts. AA meetings shared. Mom? Stabilized. Waitress gig. Apologies in cards. Forgiveness? Distant shore. But twist waited. Insidious. Late July. PI call. Harlan's not gone. Dug deeper. Found something on you.
Me?
Clean slate.
What?
Your death cert. 2022. Afghan blast.
Then.
Nothing. Like you vanished. Chill absolute.
How?
Old life records. Bleeding through? Impossible. Clients obsessed. Thinks you're ghost. Or fraud. Harlan. Unraveling my impossible truth. Panic clawed. Expose the lie. Or silence him. Jax noticed pallor. Spill. I did. Partial. The death a metaphor. Past haunting. Omission stung. But full tale? Madness. Handle it, he urged. Together. Together. Anchor. August storm. I tracked Harlan, motel outskirts. No vacancy flickering. Knocked. Resolve thunder. He answered. Disheveled. Bottles littering. Sis. End this. Laughter barked. End? You're dead.
Val.
Saw the cert via obit. Even. But here. Flesh. What are you? Truth teetered. Survivor.
Bull.
He lunged. Grabbing arm. Bruise tomorrow. Confess. Or I scream fraud to every news van. Struggle brief. I twisted free. Knee connecting. He crumpled.
Gasping.
Why? Survival. Echo of Tyler. I fled. Dialing cops. Assault report. His prints on me. Arrest swift, resisting. Priors piled. Interrogation. My death, his delusion. Records checked, nothing. Gaslighting. They called it. Harlan institutionalized. Psych eval pending. Relief flooded. Tainted. I'd broken another, blood or not. Fall leaves turned. Jax and I planned. Moved to Columbus. Nursing program full-time. Tyler visited. Sober milestone celebrated over pizza. Mom? Distant wave at grocery. Not exchanged. But nights. Dreams bled. Afghan dust. Wheelchairs spin. Family's greedy eyes. Awake. Jax's breath steady beside. Was this redemption? Or borrowed time? One eve. Letter arrived. Harlan scrawl.
From Ward.
Knew it. You're back from dead. Watch your 6.
Chill.
The loop. Tightening?
No.
I'd rewrite till it stuck. Columbus hummed electric. Skyline jagged against autumn skies as Jax and I unpacked boxes in our one-bed walk-up. Nursing techs stacked like fortifications. His graphic design gig affording the rent bump. Milford shrank rearview. Weekly drives for Tyler's check-ins. Mom's tentative texts. Peace. Patchwork. But Harlan's letter festered. Paper creased from rereads. Watch your 6. Military lingo. Mocking my dodged deployment. A coincidence? Or a crack in the veil? I shredded it. But paranoia rooted, shadows lingering post-shift. Phone glitches pinging ghosts. Jax chalk to stress. Finals jitters.
Babe.
Let's hike, clear the cobwebs. We did. Ravines carving earth like old wounds. Laughter echoed. His hand in mine, future tangible. But summit view. City sprawl below. Doubt whispered. How long?
Back.
Tyler called, voice edged. Mom's bad again. Slipped. Harlan. He wrote her too.
Shit.
What did it say? Rants. You stole his life. Faked death. She's spooked, thinks curse. No curse. Just consequences. Keep distance. I'll handle. Handle how? Confront mom. Risk unravel. Drive down. Armed with tough love. Milford greeted Gray. Factory smoke choking. Mom's new digs, efficiency apartment. Peeling paint. She answered hesitant. Robe belted loose. Eyes shadowed. Val. Hug attempted, I stiffened. Harlan's poison. Burn the letters. She led to kitchenette. Tea steeping weak. He's broken. Like Rick. Blames you for snapping. Me. Kettle whistled.
Shrill.
I survived him. You enabled. Deflation. Guilt's heavy. Honey. Lost everything. House. Rick. Ty's childhood. You were light.
Then. Gone.
In my head.
Gone.
Echo of my death. Not gone. Here. Choose better. Tears spilled. Trying. AA.
Job.
But Harlan. He came once. Before the ward. Wanted dirt on you, said you'd pay. Paid? Chills. What dirt? Your secret. Wouldn't say. Just. Laughed. Laughter. Harlan's tell. Bluff or breakthrough. I pressed. But she clammed. Fear glazing. Left with more questions. Drove back fuming. Jax waited with takeout. Intuition sharp.
Spill.
Harlan's digging my death. Thinks it's leverage. He paused. Fork midair. The metaphor?
Worse.
Records exist from the other timeline. Impossible. Bleeding through. What if he proves it? Proves crazy. Kiss forehead. You're here. That's fact.
Fact. Clung to it.
Winter gripped. Holidays hybrid. Jax's clan warm. Tyler joining tentative sober toast. Mom absent by choice. Progress. Fragile. But January thawed cracks. Anonymous email. Grainy video link. Clicked me. In Afghan gear. Humvee patrol. Timestamp. 2021. Impossible.
My old life.
Footage from unit cam. Labeled Kane.
V. Kia.
Heart seized.
How?
Hacked VA. Leaked classified. Attached note. Truth hurts.
Meet.
Or world sees fraud.
Ash.
Harlan. From psych ward. Slipped hacks. Or insider. Panic dialed PI. Traced IP. Cleveland server. Untraceable. Jax found me curled. Laptop glowing accusation. Val. Talk. Full truth tumbled death. Blast. Rebirth in sheets. His face shock. Then steady.
Holy. Okay.
Sci-fi is shit.
But you.
Relief crashed. Believe.
See you.
Hug fierce. Plan. End it. Confront. Ward visit greenlit, supervised. Harlan medicated. Gaze duller. Glass partition. Phone greasy. Sis. Smirk faint. Video. Explain. Laughter wheezed.
Dug deep.
VA breach. Dark web special. You're dead.
Val.
Enlisted ghost.
Ghost. Apt.
Why leak? Justice. Eyes gleamed. Mil. Expose the lie. Kane empire crumbles, yours too. Mine?
Clean.
No empire. Just life. Stolen. He leaned. Breath fogging. Dad's will, contingency. If you died hero, benefits to me. But alive?
Fraud.
Feds love that. Will? Dad's paranoia. Hedging bets. You're delusional. AM. Slid paper under glass, scan. Yellowed. Last will, to Valerie. If living. To Harlan. If deceased. Deceased. My old end. You forged.
No. Real.
Kill the video. Or sue. Your call. Stalemate. Venomous. Left seething. Lawyer on retainer. Legal maze. Will contested. Video authenticated. Leaked. Not forged. Fed sniffed. Enlistment fraud? But no enlistment here. Timeline fork baffling courts. Media caught wind. Local woman in inheritance war. Dead or alive. Tabloids twisted. Munchausen by proxy.
Hoaxkin.
Jax shielded. But strange showed. Nights apart. Trust fraying. This family's curse, he muttered. Tyler pulled in. Harlan's nuts. Ignore. Easy words. Mom visited Columbus, first time. Awkward lunch. He's obsessed. Like Rick's schemes. Help me fight. Hesitate. Signed away rights.
But.
Testify. Truth. Truth. Her enabling. The plot.
Nod.
Do it. Trial loomed summer, civil. Harlan Pro SE. Wild-eyed. Courtroom circus, his rants. My calm, docs proving no enlistment. Death cert anomaly, clerical error. Twist dropped, mom's testimony. Rick planned it, guardianship scam. Harlan knew.
Pushed.
Jury blinked. Harlan erupted. Lies. She's the revenant. Banged gavel. Verdict. Will invalid. Video suppressed. Harlan sanctions. Ward permanent. Elation short. Press hounded. Kane saga. Resurrection or ripoff. Public split. Sympathy for wounded vet hoax. Scorn for greedy bro. Jax and I hunkered. Bubble thin. Fall brought bomb. Nursing internship. Jax's exhibit. Tyler graduated rehab. Job at auto shop. Irony noted. But Harlan's shadow lingered. Late October. Package. Ash's urn. Note. Burned the originals. You're welcome.
Ghost.
Ashes? Video destroyed? Or threat veiled? Doubt nod. PI confirmed. Harlan escaped ward. AWOL. Trail cold. Panic crested. Jax, run.
No.
Face. Thanksgiving. Family cobbled. Tyler.
Mom.
Us four. Table tense. But toasts rang. Gratitude raw. Post-feast walk. Jax proposed proper. Ring simple.
Silver.
Marry the ghost. Laughter wet. Haunt you forever. Joy peaked. Then plunged. Midnight call. Tyler. Frantic. Harlan's here. At mom's. Armed. Raced Ohio dark. Wipers slashing. Arrived chaos. Lights flashing. Mom's apartment cordoned. Tyler outside.
Soot-streaked.
Fire. He torched it. Mom?
Safe.
Neighbors. Harlan? Cornered. Gasoline rag in hand. Cops swarmed. He resisted. Shot non-lethal. Hauled. Screaming. She's dead. All dead. Interrogated. Broke. Obsession cracked. Thought me demon. Burning evidence to exorcise. Locked federal. Arson.
Threats.
Endgame. Winter wrapped gentle. Wedding small. Spring. Courthouse. Lena officiating. Vows exchanged. Jax's eyes promise. Tyler best man. Mom matron. Tentative tribe. But epilogue whispered. In quiet. I wonder. Rebirth gift or curse. Family mended. Fracture scarred. One night. Jax asleep. I trace ring. Door creaks.
Wind.
Or watcher. Life's siege continues. But this time, I fight on my terms. No more wheelchairs. No more vultures. Just me alive. Unbroken. Spring wedding bloomed under tentative sun. Columbus Park alive with dogwoods shedding pink confetti. Jax in thrift tux. Grin crooked, me in thrift gown. Veil hiding scars invisible. Tyler fidgeted best man not. Mom clutched bouquet like lifeline, her first sober toast. Voice cracking, to new starts. God knows we needed. Lena beamed, pronouncing us hitched to mid-whoops. Ring slid. Simple bands etching vows into skin. Jax's kiss tasted salt, tears, sweat, second chances. Guests milled his mom, work pals, a smattering of mine, rehab buddies, diner vets. No Harlan shadow, feds tight on his cage. Honeymoon, weekend cabin. Hocking Hills Redux trails tread. Stars claimed. Lovemaking slow. Reclaiming body from ghosts. Mrs. Ellis, he murmured post-dawn tangle. Fitz. Val Kane Ellis, I countered. Hyphen stubborn. Hybrids hold. Return thrust domestic, shared lease.
Dual shifts.
Nursing clinical split hours. Bedpans and vitals grounding ethereal past. Jack's freelance logos. Arwal's gallery of his whimsy, bold lines mocking my straight edges. Tyler thrived odd. Auto shop legit. Sponsoring newbie. Weekend barbecues. Grills smoke veiling old barbs. Miss the drama, he'd rib. Prefer peace. Truth half. Adrenaline's addict, quiet itched. Mom stabilized, apartment rebuilt insurance. Night classes for bookkeeping. No more shortcuts, she vowed over coffee. Eyes clear. Forgiveness? Earned. Inching. But June heatwave brewed unrest. Anonymous postcard. Milford postmark. Image faded G.I. Joe. Blank. But intent screamed. Harlan's echo. Or copycat. Dismissed as paranoia. Post-trial fan.
Perhaps.
But sleep fragmented. Dreams blending timelines. Dust devils. Wheelchair spins. Family faces morphing Harlan's leer. Jack's notice circles. Therapy? Vet style. Even sand service. Stubborn flared. I'm fine. Liar. Gentle push. We fight fair. Remember? Session booked VA offshoot. Ironic haven. Counselor.
Dr.
Reyes. No-nonsense Latina, with eyes seeing through. First crack. Died. Came back. Family leeches. She nodded. No flinch. Rebirth trauma. Rare. But real. Process the betrayal. Sessions dug. Anger unearthed. Not at them, at me. For enlisting blind. Hero complex, Reyes named. Fixed what couldn't. Healing seeped. Slow drip. Jack's joined couples, his abandonment mirroring mine. Team, he quipped. Beats solo siege. July 4th. Fireworks boomed, Tyler bash. Backyard modest. Mom brought pie. Burned edges forgiven. Laughter peaked. Then phone buzzed unknown. Valerie Kane?
Who?
Agent Ruiz.
FBI.
Chill absolute. Harlan Crow. Escape transport. En route Ohio. World tilted. Jack's paled beside. Grill forgotten. Details? Armed. Fixation on you. Demon sister. Shelter in place. Cops stationed. Nights wired. Tyler bunked with us. Mom to Lena's. Harlan's manifesto leaked. Ward scribbles. Val's the key. Kill the revenant. Claim the throne. Throne? Delusion's crown. Media frenzy reignited. Psycho bro hunts. Resurrected sis. Talk shows speculated. Hoax.
Cult.
Lifetime fodder. Public split venomous. She deserved it. Homewrecker. Versus warrior woman.
Fight.
Dox attempts. Old address flooded hate mail. Reyes obsessions. Control the narrative.
How?
Press conference. Lawyer scripted. Harlan's ill. We pray for recovery. Privacy. Please. Cameras flashed. Questions barbed. Faked death for inheritance?
No. Steal.
Survived family. Building new. Clips viral. Tide turning Stan with Val trending. Care packages. Books. Cards. A wheelchair donated ironic. Jack's fielded most. His calm ballast. You're trending.
Babe.
Badass. Burden. Whisper. But gratitude flickered. Stranger solidarity. Armor borrowed. Manhunt drag August. Tips cold. Life stuttered. Clinicals skipped. Wedding photos mothballed. Tyler paced. Should have ended him at the fire. Violence cycles, I countered. Break it. Easier preached. Nights. Pistol under pillow, Jack's taut range. Hands steadying mine. Last resort. September leaf turn. Breakthrough. Tip line ping. Harlan hold in abandoned mill. Milford fringes. SWAT rolled. Dawn raid live on feeds. We watched from safe house. Jax's arm vice. Grainy body cam. Shadows.
Shouts.
FBI. Down. Gunfire popped single burst. Then silence. Ruiz called. Neutralized. No casualties. Relief sobbed out. Jax holding tight. Harlan dead. Suicide by cop. Manifesto clutched.
End.
Aftermath washed. Inquiries closed. Media faded. Life resumed. Scarred richer. October harvest. Baby news. Jax's whoop echoing apartment. Positive stick. Dawn light gilding. Parentals, he grinned. Canellis 2.0. Terror joy mingled. Healthy. No ghosts. November chill. Bump showing. Tyler uncle excited. Mom grandma tentative. Ultrasound shared. Tears mutual. Thanksgiving redux. Table fuller.
Toasts deeper.
To endings, Mom raised glass seltzer. And beginnings.
Echoed.
December snowed first white Christmas. Tree trimmed. Lights winking. Jax carved turkey. Me waddling plates. Tyler regaled shop tales. Mom shared class wins. Post-feast. Porch swing. Jax's head on shoulder. Happy.
Whole. Truth.
Rebirth's arc. Not revenge's blaze. But forge's slow burn. Betrayals tempered steel. Family reforged. Not flawless. But fitting. Bump kicked. Promise palpating. Future? Unwritten.
But mine.
No wheelchairs waited. Just roads, paved, potholed.
Ours.
One eve. Letter slipped under door. No stamp. Harlan's scrawl mimic? The dead don't stay buried. Heart stuttered. Jax, prank. Burned it. Ashes to wind. But in quiet, I vow, whatever rises, I'll face whole. Fierce.
Alive.
Twists final. Rebirth not gift, but trial. Past, time's judge.
For now.
Enough.